My name is Jose Dewitz. I'm from Caracas, Venezuela. I've been in the U.S. 3 years. We currently operate our finance business in downtown Miami, or in Brickell, which is near downtown Miami. And we started our finance company in November 2018. I went to Albany July 2018. Before participating in the finance industry, I was trading metals. We actually did a lot of finance because we did work with options and hedging. We bought and sold futures just to protect our physical assets. In that process, we were offered to buy a bank. So me and my partners bought 63% of the bank. And as we started attending the board meetings and understanding the credit applications and why the majority of the people who applied weren't getting approved, and understanding the banking regulation in the U.S., we understood that we needed to do something in order to maintain those customers. So that's where I understood that I needed to offer my clients some form of alternative finance. And that's exactly what I did. I looked at them, I Googled it, I was looking for courses, and CCTG was just the one that caught my attention. Venezuela is currently in a very complicated political and economical situation. I was a business person in Venezuela. I owned a few companies there, but as soon as I had my first kid, I decided to come to the U.S. because Venezuela was very difficult to raise up kids. The market we cover the most is oriented or catered toward the Hispanic population. We focused on real estate. Actually, we did a lot of hard money loans, a lot of bridge loans, a lot of construction loans. And we also focus very much on trade finance, which include factoring, purchase order finance, and other forms of asset-based lending. That's where the majority of our market participates. Currently, we're working on 88 deals. These are what we call opportunities, which are hot leads that were converted into opportunities. Out of those deals, the sum is over 100 million, and we are planning to make at least 2.5 million on those deals. Well, I'm a finance major, and I was actually very pleased because it came out as a refreshment of most of the material. And but I think it was very appropriate for any person who wishes to enter the financial industry. And I think it's very practical. You get a combination of theory, and you also get to meet lenders, so you understand how the industry kind of works, which I thought was very pleasing. My instructors were great. I still remember Mac, John, and Chris. I've met them again a few times in Doral, Florida, and I think they were great. They give you, as I said before, they give you a combination of theory, and they introduce you to lenders, and they give you real feedback of how the industry works. The support team at CCTG has been fantastic. We talk with Mac at least twice a week. We run a lot of deals through him. Especially in the beginning, you don't feel very confident when you talk to lenders because you really don't know what you're doing. You have the theory and you have the input of how the industry works, but once you actually you participate in the industry, you need a lot of feedback from people who really understand this. CCTG prepares you very well to start your own finance company. They give you the theory, they give you marketing, which they do, I believe, on the Friday or the Saturday. And you need a combination of both things. You need to understand how things work. You need to understand how to go sell yourself, how to go sell your company, how to approach people. And it's very important that you learn this in the classroom and then you go outside and practice it. CCTG is a great foundation. It's the first step in order to be successful in this business. When I was in Albany, it was a great experience to meet all these lenders. It was great because you first understood all the products that were out there, and then you kind of understood how they worked and how each lender is focused on a particular niche. That's something I just found very useful, and it's something that we've been able to capitalize since. I'm very confident that if a person that comes to us doesn't walk out of our door with a deal, we think it's something it's just, I don't want to say impossible, but it's something very hard for anybody else to do. So the marketing team was, they do a lot of follow-up with us. I still remember I believe it was on a Tuesday of the week I was in Albany. I went and I spoke with Alex. I gave him a picture of what it is that I wanted to do, and I think he understood it perfectly. Okay, he actually delivered my webpage earlier than 2 weeks, and it was exactly to the point. I was focusing on 4 markets, and I made the majority of the majority of my information was focused on those markets, and he was very helpful when we created the logo, and I believe we had lunch one time, and he gave me a lot of input regarding all the marketing material and how it should be presented. So it was very helpful. If you want to invest in CCTG, the first thing that comes to my mind, and they talk about it once you get to class, one of the first things Chris says is, okay, calm down. There is really CCTG. There is a program out here. You're going to knock on a door. There's really a course going on in here. So once that happens, you feel a bit, you feel calm. But CCTG, people might believe it's expensive, but if you actually measure the expense and compare it towards the value that you are going to receive, I believe it's not expensive at all. I believe you will actually walk out of CCTG with a clear understanding how to start a business. And businesses that are founded with much more money than what you will have to invest in CCTG. I am very grateful with Mac, John, and Chris. They provided us with a lot of feedback. They've given us good tips. They've actually intermediated a lot of our deals. They've helped us. They've approached us, and they're always in touch with us. We consider ourselves part of their family. And my advice is that you can't start anything without hard work. You have to know where you're going to get into, and in order to be successful, you have to work very, very hard.